The time has come. Ice bath. This is my first proper ice bath. Basically, like, I haven't got the facilities at the minute to, this is like the only remaining piece of ice. If you can take my word for it, yeah. But this is mega freezing, 100%. I've tried my absolute best to make it as cold as I can. Some people have like plug-in ice baths so they can actually make it like, they have electric facilities in order to keep it cool. It hasn't been in the sun the whole time. I'm only stating this just in case you think I'm blagging for some reason and I'm not doing a proper fucking ice bath. I'm very surprised most of the ice is melted. But yeah, I've only just put it in the sun. It was under these umbrellas just now. But for evidence, yeah, this, I know I seem like a psychopath, right? This is the only way I could do it at the minute. One, because I'm skint, I can't buy ice barely, and I'm not gonna do it like this ever again. Fuck me, it takes way too long. But I literally filled up every one of these containers and put them. I got 2 fridge freezers at the minute. Ignore my kitchen is the worst, and my garden's pretty fucking awful at the minute. But anyway, get fucked. You don't know who I am and what my past is. Regardless. Anyway, all of this, fucking, these were in the freezer. These were full, like, literally, I've only just put them in there, like, 30 minutes ago. Completely ice cubes of this size, and these, look, I've got ice trays here. So that thing was absolutely full of ice, like, just now. Most of it is melted. I'm only stating that because, in case you think I'm lying for some fucking reason, and, that, it's not an ice bath. Why am I documenting this? Because I'd done one yesterday and one a few days before, but again, I'm not doing it like this again. I need to buy some fucking ice, basically, because I've been, like, manually freezing all of these tubs. You probably think I'm fucking got, like, a mental disorder or some shit, because it's, like, it's way too extensive. I will never do it of this nature ever again. Anyway, you know, I put in the labour, you know, it might seem extensive, but I just want to have a fucking ice bath. And I had, yeah, so this is definitely the most powerful one going. Because the other ones I was struggling, but through trial and error, I've mastered this long as fuck thing, which I am not repeating. See, there's even more tubs here. It's facts, bruv. I've tried my heart. Anyway, it's definitely freezing fucking cold. I'll do a better one in the future, but the purpose of this, I don't need to explain it, really. I just thought I'd fucking film the ice bath because it's intense and there's a lot. It's very wise and epic. One sec. So I'm about to get there in a minute and you'll be able to tell that it will literally shock me to my core, to the point where I'll stop giving a fuck about the video. The only thing I'll be focusing on is surviving this fucking ice bath, because you get in there and it's literally super hyper focus into mega survival mode because you're literally on the verge of fucking death. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this a long thing. I don't really even want to film it. I just thought it'd be cool to be able to film it. Because it's an intense thing, and the reason I'm doing it is because you can only save yourself, and you're resisting yourself, most of you man, and instead of getting SSRIs for your anxiety or antidepressants or whatever the fuck, this is what you need to be doing. You need to get out in the sun, you need to get your feet on the grass, you need to breathe deeply, you need to go into fucking an ice bath for 15 minutes, and then you will... Like, the reason you're depressed is because you just wake up and fucking roll around in bed on your phone. So that's the utility of the ice bath. There's dormant, like, parts of your physiology that most of this culture has not got activated at all, because everyone is so, like, domesticated. We're so in our comfort zones that we're literally killing ourselves because we're too comfortable. Like, we're so comfortable that our bodies are, like, deactivated, and that's why everyone is fucking walking around half asleep, and no one's actually activation vibration. Because what you need to do is take loads of magic mushrooms in an ice bath and hyperventilate in the sun, and then you will activation vibration frequency, and you'll wake up. But I can't communicate that to you if you're fucking drinking the tap water and if you're not doing it. It's like I was asleep for like my whole life, and things like this basically wake you up. But like, yeah, so like, it's weird. Your body like feeds off of the cold, and it like, I don't know. There's definitely value in it. But yeah, it's like you. But the actual experience, when I go in there, I'm gonna be like super breathing because I don't really have a choice. I'll be doing breath work as well. Hopefully I don't pass out and drown, because breath work is part of the personal development, spirituality, whole shtick. But yeah, basically, yeah, I'll go in there, and it's like, it's so cold that like most of you, man, if you haven't done it, you can't really understand it. It's like I can't even think about thinking, because I'm like literally on the verge of death. It's like the closer you are to death, the more alive you feel, and that is how you cure your depression. Not through, like, you have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, because that's where you grow. It's like we're so domesticated now, but like in harder survival times, before we lived in this comfort culture, we would have got into challenging survival situations, but that doesn't really happen in the same way these days. And but there's just look into Wim Hof, the breath work and the ice. He's called the Iceman. He stays submerged in ice for 2 hours straight, without his core body temperature changing, for like some world record. And he speaks of it as you get into a deeper, it's like a meditation, and you get into a deeper part of your physiology, and it's like, like literally, I done it yesterday, and it changed everything. For like, I got the best night's sleep ever. You feel it for like until you go to bed. It's like, it literally is like activation on like a metaphysical level. The mind and the body is like, it's healthy. But yeah, I've had a bit of cacao and caffeine before I get in there, because sunlight, coffee, cacao, ice therapy, grounding, and breath work is the shtick. I've just gone for a massive run throughout nature, so I'm hot as fuck. I've been in the sun all day, and now man's gonna get in this. Anyway, enough chatting shit. Yeah, I've only got 20 minutes of storage left. Oh, fuck off. Am I gonna get adverts? I better not get adverts throughout this whole thing. That's mad. Come on, Wim Hof, bro. Your tune's got adverts in the midst of it. Take my word for it anyway, this is mega freezing, and in the future, like, I mean, we'll see. When I get in there, I'll probably be in shock, and I'll wish it wasn't as cold as it is. But I'm surprised most of the ice has melted. There was loads in there. So I've got to get a better survival foundation and shit, and get my finances sorted and shit, because this is not a good strategy. I need to change my strategy, because this ain't no good. I'm gonna set it so 15 minutes I'm gonna do. Yeah, I got there's 15 minutes left on the tune, so when the tune ends, I'm good. And I've got 20 minutes left on the recording. Hopefully my phone doesn't fucking die before then. But yeah, look, this video is not the bestest. I don't expect you to watch the whole thing, but I just thought I'll show you what I'm up to a bit. And I do cold showers when I don't have this available. This isn't, again, like, I wish it was full of ice, like, but I can't fucking buy any at the minute. And I tried my best, but apparently it all fucking melted very fast. So I wish it was like ultra mega. I'm pretty confident it should be like mega ultra cold. Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up and get in there. 2 secs. But let's say hypothetically that my strategy failed and that the ice melted too soon because I didn't buy the ice and now it's fucking got warmer. It's still going to be fucking very cold anyway, and in the future I'll do a proper one, but regardless, there it is. I'm doing it anyway. I'll have a better strategy in the future at it, but yeah, that's definitely going to be bad. But yeah, it's so intense, you don't get it. Like, all of this talk is nothing. When you're in there, you're fucked. Alright, anyway, that tune will end in 15 minutes. And when it does, I'm getting the fuck out and I'll be fucked. Anyway, see you later. I'm going into the deepest. Yeah, it's very cold. I know, it's very cold. It's gotta be. It's thermal as well. Like, this is fucking... Oh my god, this is freezing. Alright. Wish me the best. This is it. Yeah, this is very cold. Don't worry. This is very fucking cold. So, it's intense. It's beyond a lot of people's comfort, and I will look rather intense, likely, and because it is, and it's not a joke. It ain't a fucking joke. It's literally, you don't get it. It's not a joke. I'm laughing in that, but when you're in it, anyway, shut the fuck up. Let's go. It's definitely cold enough, that's for sure. I hope you can actually see my face. Yeah, it's beyond language. The words fail. Everything I just said is doesn't do it justice. It will never do it justice. There's tendencies to break out into laughter. If it could be colder, I would want it to be. I don't know if there's such thing as it being too cold, but it's definitely cold enough. Like, I'm like on the verge of like, it's like all of the voices in your head are screaming at you, telling you to get out. Again, I can't measure the temperature. You don't have a choice but to breathe. I'll measure the temperature in the future, but yeah, this is just kind of like a demo, I guess. This is the best I can do with the facilities that I have and with my preparation. All of the hairs stick up in like, it's very profound when you look at your body. My hands and feet are tingling, my whole body is like vibrating. I think it's easier because I did it yesterday. Like this one is definitely like, judging by how much I prepared, it's got to be the coldest one I've done so far. But it doesn't feel that way. It has to be though. There's no way it couldn't be the coldest one I've done so far. It must be. I think I've just got used to it, I guess. And again, like, that's the first one could be difficult because, like, if you just get someone off of the street and put them into fucking ice water, they will just, like, they won't be able to catch their fucking breath and they'll just, like, be in shock. And that's what the first one was like for me. But when I spoke earlier about, like, the dormant part of the physiology that most people have not activated, is I assume that maybe that's why it's getting easier for me. Because yesterday I was doing it and it's like you literally can't even catch your breath and you're like, you don't have time to think or even speak. Like right now I'm being semi-intellectual with speaking to the camera, but yesterday it's literally like you go into it and you just like, you forget everything because you're literally on the verge. But today it feels more spacious and relaxing. And that's like the irony kind of it is, like if you can see the it says recovery pod. What does it say? Cold water therapy, relax and restore. So that's the thing, like it hasn't got to be an ice bath. This is definitely colder than a cold shower, that's for sure. But like, yeah, it is therapy. It's like it's like I feel intuitively, it's like your muscles feed off of the cold. It's quite strange. It's like there's a benefit to it to an extent where like it's like to contact your skin with like 0 degrees, or like to be in a body of ice with your skin in that body of water. It's like somehow your body, like, it's good for your whole, like it feels good. It's like it's almost like your skin and your muscles are like feeding off of the cold, because you get out and you can feel it in your system for a good like 3 hours. Yeah, this is, I don't know why this one is like surprisingly easy. I don't know, it's not. I want to get out. But I'm a lot more relaxed than the other, like the other ones I did, like, and yeah, actually, I'll leave a screen recording at the end of this video, or I'll link it in the description. Yesterday when I got out of the ice bath, I done a report on it afterwards, and I was speaking about my experience and how I felt after. What was it? Yeah, it was literally like, it was way more intense in terms of like, you cannot catch your breath, and it's like, you just forget everything and you get out and you're like, what the fuck was that? It's like, I guess you become more accustomed and used to it over time. But again, yeah, if you just get like an average person in this culture who just like lives on their phone, never leaves their comfort zone and just eats garbage and just pursues pleasure, like if you put them into the, like, it could potentially be dangerous. You have to like ease yourself into it. See, I'm struggling to remember to even like be coherent with my speech. I think probably that's partly because I'm preoccupied with being on the verge of survival. But yeah, it's like this super deep physical focus because you don't have a choice. Because your system knows, like. But yeah, I'm confident it could be colder if all of the ice basically didn't melt. That piece I showed you earlier is nearly gone. Yeah, my hands definitely feel weird. But yeah, in the future I'll do a more intense and prolonged one. But yeah, they're definitely life-changing. Michael D'Souza said that to me. I said I've been doing the ice baths. He said they're life-changing. Yeah, so yesterday when I was done that video, which I'll link or share at the end or in the description, on the aftermath, I was reporting on basically, yeah, so this will likely happen today as well. It should. Again, maybe I'll become more accustomed to it, but basically yesterday when I got out, it's not cold now exactly like it is, but it's weird, like your body can resist it. But basically when I get out, I will get hit with the cold. I think it's a form of survival mechanism. It's almost like you're in denial. Like when you get out, the cold hits you. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is, yesterday when I got out, I sat down and I just shivered for like 20-30 minutes straight. My whole body is like literally shaking. My jaw is going like mad, and it feels, it's so physically focused and intense, but it's also like simultaneously like a meditation, and that is what these are the cures to, again, like a lot of mental illness, and if people are struggling just with their well-being in general and their mental health, is it's because you live on your fucking phone. And if I can recall the lyrics by Kashi Light, what does it go? I'll try and I'll try and remember it. There's this song by Kashi Light called "Real Pandemic," and the segment is like, what is it? Loving, believing, and shaking out all of the demons. Dancing, going to our best thing, trusting in our source. I can't remember. Fuck knows. But there's a part of it when he goes shaking out all of the demons. He goes like, "Hum no and that's what Wim Hof does. He's like, people are so queasy about it. Like they project cringe, or they project insecurity. Sorry, where like, again, like a lot of the cures to like, if you're struggling with mental health, is like you need to like do ecstatic dance and like go beyond your insecurities and your cringe model, and just like dance and like what do they call it? What's it? They call it speaking in tongue. Things of this nature where like you just express. Where like speaking in tongue is essentially where like you kind of like intuitively try to just like sometimes it's hard to do. It's probably easier to do like on a psychedelic, or it depends with your state of mind. But it's a similar practice. It's about channeling energy, and like things like mantras and breath work and exercise is again, like there's studies that show that exercise is like better than antidepressants. But yeah, like speaking in tongue is like like what I just did earlier when he goes like hom na washwa. But you can like prolong it if you get in tune with like this intuitive flow. Sometimes it's hard. I don't know. And again, sometimes people can like think it's cringe or something. I don't know what it is. Just everyone just living in fear. But it's like, I don't know. I'll try and do it. Like I don't know. I do. It does feel like almost there's like a reluctancy to try and do it, but sometimes it's quite hard. How do they do it? I don't know. I don't want to do it. I'll just try off the cuff. It's hard because obviously you're used to speaking in like the words that you know, but it's just like, I don't know. It's easy to do on a psychedelic. Terence McKenna speaks about that. It's just talking off of the tongue. Someone says how I don't know. I can't really do it. Some people are really good at it, but like some people have a lot more limits with it than other people. apparently that's been 15 minutes. I didn't really do any breath work that time. I'm gonna dump my head under, then I'll get out. Partly I wanted to get out before I ran out of storage, just to see if I'm like, if my body is like pink. I don't know. I'm surprised I was able to talk like that the whole time, to be honest. I can't even see my screen. Yeah, I can definitely feel it now. It's like, it almost, you're like burning. Before, recently I went to Cornwall, and I went into the ocean just in shorts. And yeah, it's, while you're in the ocean, it's okay. But when you get out, you like, then it hits you. And for like 20 minutes, I was like trembling and shaking. So I almost feel quite hot right now, but this will not last. It's there's a recovery process, and I'm sure it will begin within the next 5 minutes. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Apparently that was 15 minutes. But yeah, it's so empowering. Like, that's it. Just embrace your powers, breathe deeper, wake the fuck up. You're so much more capable than like your limiting beliefs. The body is a lot stronger than you realize. It's like, if you believe that the body is weak, then that's what you're gonna get. You need to like, it's like you are the placebo. You need to fucking, you use beliefs, like your mind is like co-creating your fucking life. Anyway, that's it. Sound as fuck.